West Ham Harry Maguire interest. Eric Ten Hag is going to have to address a little bit about that. He has also going to have to confirm to us that if you want a very good squad and a very good season, better results in the season, all you have to do is to be having what we call a very good back four. Smash the like button, comment and share. For all you watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. He has also gone ahead and talked about the departure of John Mata from the side of Man United and all that and more down into this mix. So let's obviously get going. And the Muslims will come back from the mosque. Hope you're gonna hit to have a very good Juma Kareem. And here we come with the latest news coming in through from the club of Manchester United. Now let's see close to 200 likes. Smash on this video. Continue to subscribe. We've gonna hit obviously nearly hit that magic number of the week. That is 17,100. Let's clock it, and let's continue to subscribe. And the Christians, Sunday is on the way. Go ahead and really pray, but I think every day you should be saying a prayer. Now where should we start it off from? From the presser. You know, I'm gonna hate to divide it into two parts, and I'm gonna come back with the other one, but let me start it off with these three stories that I'm gonna hate to pick out. Ten Hag said you have to see it. He was asked on West Ham interest in Harry Maguire. You have to see it in that perspective. We were always happy with Harry Maguire, but he wants to play. He's a great leader. He's a very good defender, very comfortable on the ball. When I count all of those abilities, just know when we are on our defending line, we have our problems. He's even more important to lead the line, to make us play from the back. So we are very pleased. He's there and we need him to get our results and achieve our targets. So Ten Hag was like hinting on it that he nearly left Man United because he wanted to play. You know, he's a great leader. He's a very good defender, very comfortable on the ball. Harry Maguire wanted to play. So there was need of Harry Maguire and request to obviously to it that United moves him on. I know that's the best way the manager has to come out and really defend the player, because all what we knew was that Ten Hag wanted Harry Maguire to go, and West Ham had gone ahead to show their interest. £30 million bid came in through alongside another 30 for Scott McTominay, £60 million, and United was like, no way, we want £40 million for Scott McTominay. And Harry Maguire said, if I'm going to West Ham, you need to compensate me on the amount of money that I'm supposed to be earning at the club of Man United. Remember, he signed until 2026, you know, meaning that by last season, he was left with 3 years on his contract. And remember, every week, Harry Maguire earns £200,000 a week. Now, if they're going to pay half, that is £100,000. That means they have £100,000 left as deficit for the club of Man United to pay. 100,000 times 4, that is how much? That is 4 weeks. That is £400,000 a week, a month, times 12, that is 4.8. Now times 3, that is close to £13 million. And they said, if you get me my salary of £13 million to obviously put my contract to bed, then I'll leave the club of Man United. You get? And he failed to leave, but Ten Hag was really willing to get that £30 million to go ahead and bring in the likes of Todibo to play for the club of Man United. And I tell you, would have gone ahead to be in a better position if I had Todibo, because however much Harry Maguire is proving to be good, but he doesn't deserve to be here. This is not his place. He's 31 years of age, and every time he ages, he's not going to really become a better player. He signed in 2019, and he signed for 6 years at the club of Man United. The reason as to why they signed 6 years, they wanted to obviously better distribute his payments to Leicester City accordingly. Now, out of the 6 years, he has been here for now 5 years, if at all I'm not mistaken, because 2019, now 2024, those are 5 years, and it looks like 2025 is really going to be one of those years that is going to see him run his contract down. When you look at the transfer market, they say that he signed in 2019 for the club of Man United, right? After signing 2019 for the club of Man United, contract expires in 2025 plus a further 1 more year. That is Harry Maguire for you. So If that was the case, if that's the case, 2025 the guy is leaving, his contract is running down, meaning that next summer, his contract is going to be running down. And I think this is the best way to obviously offload him. And if you're Man United, you really sell him. 31 years of age. What else do you need from a player like Harry Maguire? I said nothing. And Ten Hag has just gone ahead to protect him. But in all the statements he has gone ahead to put out, he has confirmed to us that the guy wanted to play. But if at all he wanted to play, then why did he say that they should get him his salary? Meaning that he wanted to start the club of Man United and doesn't want to leave. But I tell you, if there is a player that Man United is not going to obviously extend his contract, it's that of Harry Maguire. And in the summer, he's going to be left with just 1 year on his contract. You understand? That's the beauty of Man United. And for me, I'll be hugely expectant that he's going to be one of those players to be sold, as there is no plan for Man United to obviously extend that further optionaire for him. Why? Remember, if he plays that remaining year, he'll be 32 years of age. You extend to be 33. So why keep him around, And you've gone ahead to say to it that injuries have gone ahead to start to catch up with him. So I think if West Ham coming through in the summer, interested in Harry Maguire, you move him on. And this side of Man United is really very, very business oriented. And we've gone ahead to see Arsenal do it. Do you know that Arsenal let Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang go to Barcelona for free? And because Barcelona was having financial fair play problems, Arsenal had to add £7 million to see to it that this guy accomplishes his move to go to Barcelona. Now, if it means to obviously see to it that we pay him out for the 1 year left on his contract, because that is like £5 million, you give him his man and he goes. That is it for Harry Maguire. So we wait and see how that pans out. But Ten Hag has gone ahead to clarify about that. Now, he has gone ahead and really commented about the back four for the club of Man United. He said, it's very difficult to keep changing the back four. So everyone who has a little emphasis, little with hand gesture, bit of knowledge about football, a little they know it will affect your results and performances. Back four is always the foundation to get results. We didn't have that, but we still have to win. We know that, so then others have to take responsibility. But when you oversee, then it has a negative impact. I'm going to tell you about two people. They're some of the greatest I've gone here to see manage greatest clubs in the world. Sir Alex Ferguson, he said, clean sheets win trophies and goals win matches. Meaning that a back four or a back five plus the goalkeeper is most important in every game that you play to see to it that you clinch the possible number of points or the maximum number of points. Mourinho, while at Chelsea, said, all you have to first do when you're building a team, you build it from the goalkeeper, then you go to the central defenders, then you go to the midfield, and at last the forwards. So the basis, the foundation of any team is all about a central defense. If you think that central defense is not really important, why does Man City go ahead and really buy Josko Vardio for £85 million? Why do they have to go out and really buy Ruben Diaz for 60 million euros? Why did they buy £50 million? Kyle Walker from they bought him £50 million from Tottenham Hotspur. Nathan Ake, £40 million from Bournemouth. You understand? So that is really evident that what we are talking about is really very important, and you have to really note and really understand that a back four is really very important. We've gone ahead to really have close to 27 different central defense pairings in the season, and people are really coming out and castigating Erik ten Hag for being responsible for our poor performances. We are getting in very many goals because of the central defense. Last season, when we had Varane and Lisandro Martinez play the vast majority of our games, you saw to it that we went ahead to say to it that our side was really winning games and really keeping clean sheets, because David De Gea went ahead to win the Golden Glove with 17 clean sheets. That is Ten Hag for you. And last season, we won. Everything that went ahead to achieve was because of that back five: David De Gea, Dalot, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, and Rafael Varane. But this season, has been really abysmal. Injuries have gone ahead to affect our season, and trust me, unless you are naive about the game of football, you have to come out and really see to it that you give United a very good credit, because we are capable of playing with different central defense pairings as a side of Man United. And I really back Erik ten Hag on that, because when he had his back four, you saw what he did. He never really conceded goals. That is it. Now, Ten Hag on John Mata leaving, he said the following. You mentioned something there for the new season. I think it's very important that the new ownership is working on this. They have to replace his function to go into a new season. For the moment, of course, I miss his support, the surround support. You miss that, but he moved on. He has made choices. We worked very good together. I say thank you to John and wish him all the best for the future. I know you cannot come out and really say out the truth, because you all know the truth. The truth is simple. Ten Hag saw how incompetent these people were. And the fact is, they're really very, 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 very incompetent. And that's why they've gone ahead to find themselves in a position of not really being ready to put in a shift of really turning around the club of Manchester United. We needed credible people to do the job. And when you look at the man known as John Mata, he's among the people that have gone ahead to really be here for a decade plus 1 year and really send our club to the rock bottom because of the negotiations he has been making, salaries being issued to players, and the quality dropping off, signing brands, non-signing players to come in through and really do the job. We assigned brands, and John Mata was the helm of this, with Ed Woodward, Matt Judge, and very many others who have obviously gone ahead to be doing the shit. So I think it's not gonna be the same again at the club of Man United. A lot of things have gone ahead to change, and that change is not gonna really leave us alone. It's really gonna make lots of changes. But Ten Hag coming out and really showing support to him in public, it's really diplomatic, but he is really excited at the back of his mind that now we've gone ahead to obviously get rid of the incompetency. Now we have in a very competent person who can really do the job. And he lastly said about John Mata on his impact. He said, no, it won't affect plans for me. As I said previously, I work with the new ownership very good, closely together. It will not change. It doesn't have an impact on the way I can work here. The conditions were perfect. They are still perfect. I'm happy with that, but we want to set the right conditions to be successful. Now, when you hear Ten Hag say that, it shows you that he's in sync with the new ownership, and it looks like everyone who is putting out stories in the media doesn't really know exactly what he's talking about. Ten Hag is in good books with the Ineos, and he says that is not going to change anything. He's in good books with the new ownership, and he thinks a lot is really gonna go on well. So for me, all these statements coming in through consecutively after the one of the preseason that I went ahead to air to you, I think like 2 days back, it sends a message to me that a lot is on the plate for Erik ten Hag. He has gone ahead to be given a go to manage Man United until when he really feels like he cannot go anymore and the board looks like cannot do it any further. But for me, John Mata leaving the club of Man United is one of the most, big decisions made by the club of Man United. Around Feb, it was like he's not going to leave the club of Man United, but his track record cannot really keep him at the club of Man United, and he deserved to be sacked from Man United. So your thoughts on West Ham Maguire interest addressed by Erik ten Hag are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about John Mata leaving and Ten Hag telling us that a back four is really very important if at all you want to be having a very good team? May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, Brok and David is my name. I'll sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Ciao, ciao.